Welcome to the Alabama A&M Basketball Review. Highlights, features, and analysis with men's head coach Otis Hughley Jr. and women's head coach Margaret Richards. And now, our host, Mr. Ted Dixon.
Good evening and welcome to the Alabama A&M Basketball Review with head coaches Margaret Richards of the women's team and Otis Hughley of the men's team. And tonight we're starting with an outstanding student athlete who Coach Richards said after the game, you had an outstanding ball game. You only played 8 minutes, but you were 6 points scored. You made a lot of key defensive plays. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you number one, Asia Nichols. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the Hill. Tell us what was going through your mind when Coach called your name to go on the floor.
When Coach called my name to go on the floor, my first thought was get in, help the team, bring energy, play my role. And my role for the team is to rebound, finish my layups, and play defense. And I feel like when I got in the game, since those being my roles and that being on top of my mind, I executed it. I made important plays when it really counted, and I just brought more energy to the team.
Talk about closing out the game. You have to go to overtime after leading most of the ball game. Tell us what was going through your mind and what Coach said to you getting ready for overtime.
Getting ready for overtime, Coach just said we have to play like we want it, because both teams wanted it. Although they had 5 players and we had a whole bench, she just said play like you want to win this game, play like you have nothing to lose, and leave it all out on the court. So that's what we did. We left it all out on the court. We tried our best to keep our composure and not foul so we can, keep our energy up. So
you win it in overtime, but tell us about your teammate that had a cold shooting night in the fourth quarter and then goes to the free throw line and makes both her free throws closing out.
So with that, it was just her mindset was all over the place in the first part of the game because it was like, okay, they have 5 people, but I'm not into it. So we had to, as a team, we had to have our back because we're sisters at the end of the day. We're just picking her head up. We're saying it's gonna fall. You gotta be confident. You gotta go out there and do what you do best. And that helped her for the fourth.
And of course, you made that way. You win Saturday night. You win tonight. 2-game winning streak. What are you hoping for coming into the next road trip that you guys take?
Coming into the next game, we're just hoping that we keep our composure as a team. We act like we want to win as a team, and we just have to, have a championship mindset because at the end of the day, our main goal is to make it to the championship and make it to the NCAA
We like to hear that, Asia Nate. Thank you so much for being with us. Hey, before we get out of here, why don't you tell the audience where you're from, what your major is?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I major in criminal justice with a minor in sociology, and I'm a sophomore here.
So I heard Cleveland has a lot of famous people from Cleveland, right?
We have LeBron James and we have the Kelsey brothers, and they're going to the Super Bowl, so just know they're repping Cleveland everywhere they go.
So make a prediction for the Super Bowl.
The Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, and they're going to come back, and they're going to celebrate it with our hometown.
Asia Nichols, folks, on here. Good job. Thank you so much for being here. Service is sovereignty. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
When we come back to the Alabama A&M Basketball Review, we'll take a look at that women's game's highlights, which goes into overtime, but the Bulldogs hang on and win. Right here in the Alabama A&M Basketball Review.
Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere. companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome back to the Alabama A&M Basketball Review. With me now is head coach Margaret Richards of the women. Congratulations, Coach, 2-0 on the weekend.
I'm excited. We needed this. I think we needed this for a confidence booster for our team. After the performance in Texas, I was proud of the way our young ladies responded. We played together collectively as a group, and I was proud of them.
Coach, I got a chance to see your post-game speech, which was a big treat for me. And listening to what you told them, you said one thing, you're like, if you don't understand about going hard on a layup, I don't know what to tell you. Where's that come from, Coach, and what are you talking about?
Well, we shoot a lot of layups because I think you have to make layups, play defense, and make layups because layups is the shortest, easiest shot in the game. So when we shoot these layups in practice, a lot of times, a lot of our young ladies are going through the motion. And I told them you have to practice your layups like game-like situations so you would not alter your shot in games. And it came back to cost us. It cost us a lot of points today.
And tonight, let's talk about one of your special players. She was like 0 for the fourth quarter, 0 for overtime, and then made 2 free throws to ice the game. Tell us about her. Give us all the hype, though.
Well, I think she lived for the moments like that. I don't think she folds under pressure. She want to take the shot. Any shot she gets, she want to take that shot. She's a very aggressive offensive player, so I trusted her. That's why I want the ball in her hands.
Coach is speaking about Amaya Simmons. We'll see some of her highlights as we talk over the highlights a little bit, Coach. So you're back in your winning ways. You got a little determined, you said last show, but you had a few injuries. You've overcome them, obviously, or you either had people step up or they just got more serious about what you're teaching.
Well, I think we stepped up collectively as a team. This team gonna have different leading scores every night, but I think people stepped up. We had some conversations, some come to Jesus meetings, some heart-to-hearts, and we said, hey, if we want to win, we got to turn this thing around, and it's going to take the team to turn this thing around.
All right, now what's up next? What's your next trip like, Coach?
Oh, it's going to be a tough one. We got a talented Southern team that took Jackson State to the wire today, lost by 5 points, and we got a talented Grambling State team. We're going to have to come focused, ready to go, and we're going to have to be locked in. If I had to say one thing, focused and locked in this weekend.
If you could get 2 more student athletes to grow up like you want them to be, where do you think you would be?
Oh my goodness, I think we can be top of the conference easily. Because if we just had that extra leadership on the floor, people making better decisions, I think it could be huge for us. But, we showed some integrity tonight on the floor. We showed some grit, and we made some better decisions towards the end of the ball game.
You highlighted Nichols tonight in your post game in the locker room. Tell us about the look on her face when you called her name.
I know she was shocked. Asia Nicholson only played 8 minutes, but that was huge. In 8 minutes, she was the only person who was perfect from the field tonight. She made 3 for 3 from the field goal and got 5 rebounds. So in 8 minutes, she had 6 points and 5 rebounds. That was very productive off the bench. I think that was huge. She was ready to go. She focused. She caught the ball. She concentrated. She went up strong.
And of course, Coach, we thank you always for taking time to speak to us. The men are going on behind us. Do you and Coach Hughley ever sit down? Because who can you talk to lament?
We sit down all the time. I'm his biggest fan. He's my biggest fan. When you go through different transitions with his team, losing a lot of, the Garrett Hicks and a lot of senior leadership, a lot of shooters. He's upper class and point guard. So just trying to talk to each other, bounce different ideas, and just be supportive of each other. Like we talk all the time.
Right on, Coach. Coach Margaret Richards, folks. Bulldogs women win 2 in a row. Getting ready to go to Grambling State in the Southern. Traveling mercies to you and your squad, Coach, and we'll talk to you about winning there next week.
Thank you.
We come back on the Alabama A&M Basketball Review and have a conversation with Coach Otis Hughley, whose team is on the floor right now, and they are tied with Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, 24-24, almost the end of the first half.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome back to the final segment of the Alabama A&M Basketball Review, now with Coach Otis Hughley. 2 in a row, Coach. It was lit. The Bulldogs have a complete sweep on the weekend. You close it out. Close game, Coach, but you come out on top.
It's always good to win. You know, it's nice when you're looking for a win on Monday afternoon and you find one Monday night. And we just found one, and by God's grace, man, I'm so excited and happy for these kids. But it's bittersweet because then we lost our leading scorer. And I'm hoping and I'm prayerful. There's some grandmamas and some little cheering out there. Pray for Dalen and his family.
Smith, of course, averaging about 15 points a game. The senior leadership that he brought, Coach, but when he went down, your team came together.
Yeah, you know, usually that creates a sinkhole. Kids get a little down when they lose a guy who gives them so much confidence and gives them so much, you know, support in so many different areas. But it had the adverse effect where it really helped us. Kids showed their resolve, next man up, and guys did their job.
So you have a young team, you said all season is on-the-job training, but do you think you've turned the corner, Coach? Do they get it?
Well, we're trying to hope to get it. We're just going to keep teaching. We're going to keep teaching every day. We called it back at LU TNT. We're just going to teach and train every day. And these kids will start to show some evidence of a lot of what they're learning as a group. You know, people are smart individually, but collectively, you really have to work at it. And I think we're real intentional at getting them to work at, you know, being on one mindset, one accord, and 10 on one purpose. And I'm excited about the possibility.
Of course, our good luck charm now, Coach, your former teammates. Folks, you don't know this, he played college football. His teammates, see, somebody got the joke. His teammates from Livingston University, yeah, that one now, West Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Come on, guys.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on, guys. Come on,
Yes,
guys.
sir. Hey, my offensive tackle,
Come
my
on, guys.
offensive
Come on
guard.
in. Come on in.
You. You.
I didn't play football, but I got to coach him.
This is our man.
Yeah, this is the boss.
Played football.
Now,
I
next
coached
up,
him.
first of all, y'all have to come to every home game, and you can too. Go to aamusports.com, go to tickets, get your tickets, go ahead and buy season tickets, folks. Support the program. We got some winning going on. We're building a program. These guys got season tickets. How about you? Coach, going on the road.
Yes, sir.
Big turn here coming. What do you have for us?
Well,
Stick around, guys. Stick around. Don't leave yet.
Southern University, that Louisiana, you know, that's a tough travel. But last year we split, and we wound up beating Southern 3 times, but it's a different Southern team.
Right, every year.
They're balling. I mean, right now they might be at the top of the conference along with Grambling. So first and second or first and third is who we got to go face in that gym. It doesn't matter, these kids. These kids don't know any better. They're young.
Never scared.
They're never scared.
Too young to be scared.
That's right.
Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck to you, Traveling Mercies, folks. Again, the QR code's at the bottom of the screen. Go to aamusports.com, and hey, you can also watch the Bulldogs when they're home. If you're home, having COVID like I did and got over it, you can go to Bulldog All Access and listen to Mo Carter and Hall of Fame coach Van Pettaway as they give you all the action in the men's and women's games here at the Event Center, the Jewel of North Alabama. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time on the Alabama A&M Basketball Review with head coach Margaret Richards of the women and Otis Hughley of the men. 2-1.
Hey, on 3, God bless. 1, 2, 3. God bless.